would have thunk it? Another live stream in such a short period of time. That's right. And look, the sun is out, or is that the moon? I won't moon you on this show, I promise. But I know that my usuals are out there, my suspects. Where are you? All right. So let me tell you what we're going to do here. As I was driving home today, I knew I had to make dinner. And I said to myself, what do I want? And my answer was meatloaf. Yes, but not just any meatloaf, samurai meatloaf. That's right. And to get the ball rolling, I'll show you what we're going to do. So hang on. Now, this is what we're going to be. These are the ingredients, okay? I've got everything pretty much ready to rock and roll. But let me turn the camera around here. And before we get going too much further, we are going to look at the ceiling. All right. No, what we are going to do is, you see that? That's a bottle of Akai-san Junmai Tetsuba. Take two. Tokubetsu Junmai Sake. That's right. Now, you might surmise by my rather upbeat attitude, hey, Rollin, good to see you. I already have had a wee bit of sake. Aye, a wee bit of sake I've been drinking, and now look at me, talking in strange tongues and languages, as it were. Anyway, kampai, everybody. Let's have some fun. Oh, that's good. Hey, Scorpion, good to see you. Megan, kampai. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. Okay. Now, first of all, let me say right off the bat that I've actually done this presentation as an edited video ages ago. If you want to see it, go look on my channel, How to Cook Meatloaf, okay? But this is samurai style, which means basically I drink lots of sake and have fun doing it. So let me show you the ingredients. But first, another cup. Just home from a long road trip. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. All right. So what do we have here? First we have, I probably should do it this way. I just want to make sure I can talk to you while I'm doing this. Boom. All right. Boom. Hey, Monique. I will have a drink on you. Well, I won't have it on you. That did be kind of messy that way. So here we go. All right. Now we're cooking. Okay. So here we go. We have one diced carrot. We have one small green pepper, diced again. We have, we have salt and pepper, teaspoon each, okay? And the same thing with garlic powder. Now, the reason that we're going to use garlic powder today is normally I would use real garlic, but I forgot to pick up the garlic at the grocery store. Silly me. So I'm using that. Also, we'll use a teaspoon of A1 sauce. There you go. And we also have down here a pound of hamburger. Now for the glaze, which is over here, we'll cover that in a little bit, but basically what we have a can of tomato paste, 6 ounces. We have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Merci beaucoup, you're so French. We have a 1/4 cup of catsup. We have another teaspoon of garlic powder and teaspoon and a teaspoon of vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is what I like to use, all right? So that's for the glaze. All right. By the way, how are you? How is the music? Is it too loud, huh? Or is it just right? You kind of like those little itty bitty piggies. All right. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. There are two other things that I forgot to mention. So we have 2 eggs, okay, and we have 2 slices of bread, which have been soaked in a half a cup of water. Thank you, Scorpion. Appreciate the information. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we have a teaspoon of oil, and we're going to set this on low. Let's see, can you see that? There you go. How low can you go? Okay, so now I got, all right, so it's about right, okay. All right, now, so we'll come back over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our carrots, I'll put them in there like that. We're going to saute them for a wee bit. When it's all said and done, we'll probably saute for about 5 minutes, okay? So we're going to get it started. I'm going to give the carrots a little time since they need a little longer to cook than the green peppers, okay? And so, do you want to dance? I do, but I dare not do it, not on camera. It'd be an ugly sight. Okay, so now while we're waiting for the carrots to do their thing, I'm going to show you the oven here. It's already preheated to 350 degrees, okay? And then we have our baking pan right there, all ready to get baked. Speaking of getting baked, I think it's time for some marasake. You're washing dishes. Well, I'll be washing dishes after we finish here. Yes, my poor cup is dry. I think it's time that I get some more junmai. Yes, Tokubetsu Junmai by Hakai-san. All right, so hold on 1 second. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. God knows I shouldn't be touching those dials. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna pour myself some sake. Now, what's everyone doing tonight? Have you had your dinner? Well, how did your work day go? Fill me in, all that good stuff. Let's see, here we go. A little bit of sake. Oh, yes. This is the only way to cook, is to enjoy yourself, okay? Have fun doing it. So there you go. Nice little cup. Oh, yes. Kanpai again. Of course, this is a dangerous thing for me because I have a very low threshold to alcohol or any substances that, alter a person, If I go into the dentist, they give me half of the anesthesia, not the dentist, but you get the point. Guess I'll have some more sake. Oh, yes. Okay, so coming back over here. Monique is having dinner, is she? Good for her. All right, so, boom. We're going to come back over here, see how oh, yes, the carrots are doing nicely. This is a nice trick because I got to run the gimbal and cook dinner. Okay, but just going to stir these babies up. La, 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 la. Cooking in the kitchen, having lots of fun. Cooking in the kitchen, we'll see what's done. Okay, there's that. Okay, now we'll swing back over here, and we're going to get the green pepper. Oh, I missed that. I think that Katayama just left me a message, but I was too busy cooking. All right, so now we're cooking up the boom, boom, boom. Nonsense, he'll be fine. Don't count on it, Joel. It's, I'm having way too much fun. There you go. So, boom. Again, this is a nice challenge for me. It's like I'm bound and determined to do more live streaming, and pushing myself to do this was really a challenge a little bit because I wasn't sure if I could get it all ready. I mean, I got off, finished up my work for my client about 3:30 got home about 4, and I've been prepping for this right up to the last minute, frankly. You know, but I'm glad I bit the bullet and went for it. So now, okay, so I'm gonna step away. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take you with me. You deserve to be there for the disaster that's about to happen. Okay, so we're gonna cook up more of the carrots and green pepper. Okay, now once that's finished, okay, while we're doing that, we're gonna swing back over here, and I'm going to bring over the bread that's been soaking in a half a cup of water, and we're going to add in the eggs. All right. So the trick here is I've got to be able to do this and be close enough to the camera so you can hear me, and I can see and you can see, and we'll see what we can see. Okay. So here we go. We're going to put in the eggs. We're going to mix them up with the bread. Okay. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add in the salt and pepper. Boom. Done. Boom. Done again. Boom. There are a lot of booms in this room. I'm one of the biggest booms there is. All right. And then we're going to add the A1 sauce. Boom. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Very good. And we mix it up nice and thoroughly. Around and around and around she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows and nobody cares. Okay, all right, there's that. All right, now I'm going to bring over the green pepper and carrots. So just stand by. Don't touch that dial. I'm back. I love the sound of sizzling food. Okay, there we go. Now, we mix it all up. Again, we get it nice. Now, the fun part's going to come up here in just a second because I'm going to mix in the hamburger, and I get to mush my fingers in all that hamburger. All right, there's that. And I do it in small little chunks. Let's see. Let's bring it down so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, here we go. All righty. A little bit. Boom, boom. Okay, a little. La-da-da-la-da-dee. That wasn't brains, was it? I hope not. Okay. Now we put it all in there, and now for the fun. There you go. Mix it all thoroughly. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy dinner. Boy, if it wasn't for the fact that my hands are all gooey, I would take another drink of sake. And I can have that later. So, how many of you actually like meatloaf? You know, not everybody, grew up in a culture of things like meatloaf. Me, it's one of the staples that my mother used to make. And my mother was an Appalachian woman out of West Virginia. Even though we lived here in Southern California for most of my life. Okay, so we got that nicely put together. Excellent. So I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Don't go away, and don't play with the meat. Let's see here. All right. I wish I could bring the camera over, but then it'd be all sticky. And we don't want a sticky camera, do we? Okay, hang on. All right. All right, there we go. My hands are washed. I hope they're clean enough. Now I gotta get them nice and dry because our next order of business is I've got to put the hamburger, or now the meatloaf, into the little pan that's gonna go into the oven. All right, I'll be back. What's that? I love meatloaf. Whoa. And the leftovers, right. You know what? That's the one thing. When you cook by yourself, you end up eating a lot of things for like 3 and 4 and 5 days. All right, here we go. Bringing over the pan. Well, you can't see that because you were looking at the ceiling. What are you doing looking at the ceiling? That's silly. All right. Okay, so. Oh, yes. Ooey, gooey, but oh so chewy.
Chewy it is. Eat it, I will later. With glaze on top it will be.
Okay, all right. They say I get to go back to the home next week. I don't believe them, but it might happen. There we go. Okay, we got a nice meatloaf shape, I think. Gotta wash my hands again. What's that, Rollin? Sounds like the drink, like drink time? You're absolutely right. I'll be right back. I'm going that way to wash my hands again. So, okay, got some hot water. Oh, the gimbal has gone mad. Poor gimbal. Oh, hang on, everyone. Don't go away. I'm going to get my hands washed. Of course, it would fail right when orientation is locked. Device rotate back. Danger, danger, Dr. Smith. All right, hang on here. I'm going to kill the gimbal for a moment. So don't go away. I'm so sorry, folks. You know, this new iPhone that I purchased is just too heavy, and I'm not able to balance it properly. So I got to get another gimbal, but I haven't had time to deal with that. So you're just going to have to bear with me, okay? So here we go again. I'm swinging the camera around this way. Boom! Done. And also the camera was at a weird angle, so I think that's one of the reasons why it was giving me trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the gimbal off, and then I'm going to turn it back on and see if maybe she'll operate properly. Let's find out. The problem is that, you know, the gimbals, the motors are being taxed heavily here. So I tell you what, I'm going to, dang it all, because what we need to do is we need to make the glaze, and I can't do that holding the camera and all that good stuff. So I'm going to kind of I can feel if the motor is definitely hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do this way. I'm going to hold the camera a little bit. You know, that's the deal. When things go wrong, you don't get mad. You improvise. You adapt. You overcome. That's a quote from my Clint Eastwood film, by the way. Oh yeah, I can feel. Oh, that gimbal's hot. Oh yeah. Make sure that's off. There you go. That's off now. There you go. Okay, so we're going to put in garlic powder. Putting in the ketchup or the cat soup. Meow. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Okay. Exactly. Hey, medicine. 100%. Now the mustard. Okay. There's the mustard. And I'm hoping that while I'm doing this, hang on. All right, there you go. But while I'm doing this, the gimbal will cool down sufficiently that I'll be able to finish the live stream properly. Because I don't really want to have to do it this way, but if I have to, I will. Okay, so all those ingredients are in there. Okay, and then we're going to take our fork. Okay, all right, now I'm going to swing this around this way. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I gotta use my right hand. There you go. So, we're gonna make this sucker work. Hope you're not getting seasick here. I am actually. Okay, this is the hard part. I should be holding the bowl with my other hand, and this is kind of awkward. But again, we'll just press on. Oh no, this is. You know, I'm gonna take this out of the gimbal. Hang on. Oh! Are you still there? Good. All right, there we go. So now, I'll hold it by my hand. We're going to finish this darn live stream come hell or high water. All right, so round and round it goes. We've already done that bit, so no sense in repeating it, is there? Well, you want to really make sure that the glaze is well mixed, though. Otherwise, it's going to be funky, and you don't want that. Oh my! You know, it's really tough trying to keep this all balanced. You know, I'm gyrating with my right hand and causing. What are you laughing at? Rolling it with Joel. By the way, if you guys like Disney World, Joel has a pretty cool channel called, oddly enough, Rolling with Joel. I'll make sure to put a link in the description box later. Okay, and also I'll put a link to the the edited version of how to make this, which is, like I said, about 3 minutes long. It has a complete ingredient list and instructions. You know, this is mostly to push myself. Are you making enough for everyone? Well, of course I am. You think I would make dinner and not make enough for everyone? Get a grip, dude. Nice grip. Okay, so we got that mixed. All right, so now we bring the, let's see, we're gonna bring the meatloaf, okay, over here. So there's that, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna get a spoon. A nice large spoon. That's a small spoon. This is a large spoon. You are the man, am I? Why, thank you, Joel. Appreciate that. I'll tell you something, Joel. Now, a lot of the people who are watching are people who watch John Daub and his channel, Only in Japan Go. And John is the master of this kind of work. All right, so here we now you're going to put half of the glaze on the meatloaf, and you're going to cook it for X number of minutes. And I can't remember off the top of my head. You know, I don't keep all my recipes up in my brain. There's just not enough room. Well, there's some people that say there's too much room up there. That's another story. Okay, so but we're looking good. We're looking good. Almost there. Okay, and again, I like the fact. Oh, why? Thank you, Monique. I like the fact that despite the gimbal failure, the live stream is still continuing. There we go. Okay, so that's about half of it. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the oven. Bing! We're going to open it up. What do you want to do? Pull out those little pans, you fool. You should have done that before you started cooking. Okay, there you go. Put that in there. All right. And meanwhile, back to the meatloaf. Boom. Aye. With one hand, he grabs his meatloaf. That sounds rude. Okay. Got a little of the glaze on my fingers. And I wipe them off on my red apron. Hey, alas! I'm glad you made it. Hey, you're just in time for all the fun. You're not too late. You're like, perfect. Right on time. Here we go. Into the oven. Say your prayers, meatloaf. This is the last chance to tell me the truth about how you got into trouble. Too late! Ha ha! Poor meatloaf. Whoa. Okay, now, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and I got to tell you exactly how long to cook this sucker for, because I can't remember, to be honest. Okay, we're going to, in fact, there it is. So we're going to cook it for about 15 minutes, okay? Then after we're done cooking it, oh, believe me, this is great meatloaf. After we're done cooking for 15 minutes, then we put on the glaze and cook for another 20 minutes. And then you're going to let it cool. Hang on. Speaking of cool. Hey. Speaking of cool. All right. But anyways. So after 15 minutes, might as well turn this off. There's no sense in having it on now. There you go. Turn this back around. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a good time. I hope you're having a good time. And that means it's time for more sake. Oh, what's that back there hiding behind the bottle of Tokubetsu Junmai? Why, that looks like a cup from Hawaii. I wonder who might have sent this cup to me. Oh, maybe like a year ago? I'm not going to tell you who it was. You'll have to figure that one out on your own, but that's a pretty cool cup. I was going to drink the sake from it, but you can see how much sake I'd have to fill that up. And if I drank that much sake, I would be on the floor. See that down there? That's where I would be, right on the floor. That's right. Okay, so unfortunately, I think this is the point where we have to say goodbye to each other, okay? I want to find a nice spot to do that. We'll go into the dining room, okay? Ah, yes, there you go. Now this is the way to end the live stream. Well, I'm glad you're having fun, Monique. So everyone, I want to thank you for showing up. And you know the old mantra, if you like the take two, if you like the video, thumbs up, leave a comment. Maybe if you're new, subscribe. And then in the meantime, this is UFO Bob out. Of course, I've got to click the button to say out. See y'all later.